Hey guys, Justin from Jackson Kayak here. Just wanted to let you guys know my Coosa FD has come in. I've got it put together, and I'm excited to tell you all about the details that this boat has, the different customizations that it has to offer for your fishing style, depending on where you're at. I live in South Alabama, and my primary fishing style is inshore saltwater, fishing for redfish, flounder, trout. Love it, and it's actually coming up to my favorite time of year where we get to fish in the middle of the winter for some big fat speckled trout. Anyways, just want to go over from the front end to the back end of the boat and let you guys see all the little details, the tools involved in getting it set up and how to customize it and those types of things. Won't get into extreme details, but really just kind of a general overview here to start with, and then I'll probably do some more videos later that get into things like changing the pitch plates on the prop to change it to easy or hard and those type of things. But for now, let's take a look at the boat and see what we have. So I've got her set up here. There she is. That is the Coosa FD. Beautiful looking boat right off the bat. Notice the rockfish color immediately caught my eye. So anyways, let's get a nice little view. Back end all the way up. There we go. All right, first thing we notice here on the nose, there is our drain plug. Most boats have it towards the back end, but this one has it towards the front for obvious reasons with the rudder system and whatnot. The nice molded in handles. The first thing I notice about this, and it's also true for the HD series, is it's got this new front hatch, and instead of the bungee, it's got this nice strap for the paddle holder. Good change. It doesn't catch on your lures and whatnot on the ends of your rods like the old bungee style cords were. And of course, the hatch opening is much easier. Just doing that. And open it up, and you'll notice it is quite a big open space in there, as this has a lot of vertical space in the hull here. And close it just like that. Immediately to the right and left sides, you'll notice that it has the rod tip protectors, and I was actually curious how far those things went back in there. So I got myself a piece of PVC just to show you guys how far does that go in there. Right there's my thumb. Pull it out. As you will see, that holds a good bit of your rod tip. I'd say probably about 3 feet or so. And so that makes real good for whenever you're going through areas with brush, under a dock, if you decide to try to fish a lot of docks and you need to sneak underneath in the inshore environment, which does happen semi-frequently. We'll go ahead and skip the obvious big drive unit for now, and I'll come back to it. You'll notice that we've got rails all over the boat, and the rails are the latest and greatest of the customization for kayaks, because it keeps you from drilling lots of holes in your boat, and everybody with nice boats definitely appreciates not having to drill. You can change it up if you don't like it. Also, we do have these little screws here, both sides. Those you can put the little screw-in ram balls to mount things like electronics, or put GoPro mounts, those type of things. So that's all well and good if you decide to use those. Boat comes with this style rod holder and 2 molded in rod holders in the back. Now I noticed that the seat is a little bit different than the last model seats, in that it is a little bit shorter on the back, and it has an obvious curve to it, which is more ergonomic for the pedaling situation. You're going to need to be leaning back a little bit further to get a comfortable position on pedaling. And then I will show you here. We still have a high-low. We've got the molded in plastic lifters there that give you the high position or the low position. Simply with a little key, pull the pins, and you'll notice that it goes right down to the low position. Right there. So you put it there, you put your pins back in, and then you have the low position. I think most people that I've talked to don't feel weird, even if they are bigger guys in that high position. They definitely say that high is the way to go, more comfortable for pedaling, and no issues with stability. Underneath here, we have a storage slide unit. It slides out so that while you're sitting, you have access to tackle, pliers, etc., all sitting in your little tray. And it just conveniently slides back underneath the seat. Good, good, good. And as we move over here, we notice these little knobs on the side. Little molded groove here. This groove right here actually is just for the rudder system. As you lift it up, you go forward and backwards for turning your rudder. The groove right here shows you where straight is. That makes your rudder perfectly straight. And if you're confused about which way to go, Jackson put left and right arrows. So we want to turn left, we go that way. We want to turn right, we go the other way. And then straighten it back up. So just to show you guys how the rudder system as it turns. Rudder under here, there we go. A nice good size rudder for this boat, and it definitely has no issues with turning. It's very easy, there's no resistance. And those feet, those are my son's feet. He's out here looking around with me. Then we get to the back compartment, a nice big tank well storage area with the bungees, and they are customizable again with the trail system. All right, the track system, thank you, there we go. All right, and then these can actually be moved front and back depending on what you've got back here. We've also got some of the Jackson coolers and whatnot, Orion coolers that have the track system lockdowns for the side. I haven't measured it yet, but it looks like it'll fit a good size cooler or crate system back here. On the back of the seat, we've got the Jackson dry bag storage area. It just hooks right onto the seat, no issues. It's actually quite good for keeping things dry that you need to keep dry, cell phones and whatnot, unless you're like me and brave it in your pockets for tournament day so you can take pictures. Then we have the back storage area again with the twist locks. Open back here, and here's what we find. This is the rudder system. Directly below here is the actual rudder, a pin for removal, and both sides show the cable that turn it. If you remove the pin, quite simple, what happens here? And there is our rudder. It comes off that easy with the removal of a pin. Now, one thing I will let you know about this rudder, it is very light. It's got a good face side, which means that it'll definitely turn you well in water. There's not going to be any issue steering. I know a lot of guys had some concerns about the holes on the bottom there, but that's engineered to be there on purpose. It's designed for the rudder to fill up with water, and it gives it the extra weight and rigidity for good maneuverability in the water. So there you have it. That's the rudder system in the back hatch. And there is actually a molded grip under here for lifting in the back. Also, you'll notice this right here is a perfect spot for Power Pro Mini, or if you decide to go river stick or anything like that, it's a good place to mount it right there. But all in all, guys, that is the Jackson Kayak Coosa FD, and I can't wait to start customizing it and getting on the water. Here we are with the drive unit, the 3-blade prop right here with the easy access hatch. We've got the lid here that has the bungee. Let's see, there is a bungee for the lever and a bungee to close the hatch. So this right here, actually, bungee over the top. That's just a hold clip. All right, so here's the hatch while you're on the water. No worries about anything falling through. And no, when the prototypes came out, that there was an issue with the people worrying about stuff falling through the boat. It's not going to happen. Got the nice cushion for your feet if you decide to stand. All right, now here is the drive. Actually, very smooth drive. I know some guys have had issues talking about whether or not it's going to be smooth, with concerns, but it seems to me like this is actually very easily spinning. Not going to be any issues. And as you see, there's the prop as it goes, and as we stop going in the forward, we go backwards as reverse. Gotta love that. So there's that. Now for the securing the drive unit, we've got these little screw downs here, these little wing nuts on the tracks. As we loosen them, we can remove the drive. Here we are, simple, just lift it. Oops, let's see. Well, oh, that's because I am in lock position. There we go. We have to have it in the up position, and then we lift the drive off. That easy. As we notice under here, we've got ourselves a nice little coupling here, and what that hits on is this in here. Notice that this little coupling is secured on with an Allen wrench, and it has a little rubber, almost like a nitrile spider or something like you would have in a jaw coupling. But it's designed to wear over time, and they give you a little extra one, so if it wears down too much, you can replace it. And it comes complete with the Allen wrench that fits. So as we notice, we got the little 3 slides there. They just slide right in, and sometimes when you first put it in, you'll see there's a gap underneath here, and all you've got to do is turn that pedal a little bit, lift, and put the phone down for a second. There. All right, that's simple. And now we're nice and flush. Slide these over, tighten them down. So there we have it, simple on and off drive. And while we're traveling in the back of the truck or on the trailer, this is a nice bungee to keep that from coming up or moving while we're traveling from place to place. So anyways, that's the drive unit, guys. Once again, excellent job, Jackson. Anyways, guys, hopefully that gives a decent first walkthrough of all the different components of the boat. And like I said, I'll be getting into more details on things like customization of the pitch plates and those types of things. But anyways, guys, this is an awesome boat. Can't wait to do it. Thanks. Bye.